What is going on, guys? True Champ Static here with your Spice Cabinet for our first event of Season 2 in our True Champ series. First BT9 event as well. So lots to go over, lots of decks to kind of glance at, but only a few new kids on the block to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump right into these guys. So, first off, let's get back to this. Alright, so looking at it, here is our breakdown. Sorry, I forgot to put them in order. So we'll start out most represented deck, the new Alphamon or Yukon X Antibody deck. Deck is really good, really solid, can play through a lot of situations, um, that could oppose it potentially. So you will see a lot of this, especially in competitive events. We had one Imperial deck, two Reaper, D-Reaper after its big win, a Gabumon deck, three Wargrey X, couple armor, couple black war gray slash Galmon, Metal Guru X new one, Beelstar showing back up, really great anti-meta deck, a yellow blue Joggers deck, couple Grandis, couple of the Shine Gray, Rise Gray engine, red hybrid OTK, ancient OTK, two Mastodons. And then here was your top 8. Alpha took it home, played Reaper in the finals. It was a really close match. Just some unfortunate luck for the Reaper player. But yeah, Alpha, Imperial, Reaper, Gabumon, Alpha, Alpha, Wargrey X, and Armor. So those are your top 4. Let y'all kind of look over these if you need a second, get a screenshot potentially. Then moving into these decks, looking at our first Alphamon deck. Now, these decks are going to be fairly consistent. Not many changes are going to happen with them. You'll see kind of just the same cards, just slightly different numbers on a lot of these decks. So Dorumon, Ryudamon, we already know about. Dorumon lets them, trash and X antibody typed Digimon to draw 2 cards, really good. They get these same level Digivolutions that you do have to look out for. Dextorugamon giving blocker Retail, Dextoru Gray popping a level 4, letting them get around memory blockers potentially, so you have to set up double. New Alphamon, really good, letting them place a X antibody from trash. So these guys that all need to discard cards to work, really great. You can pitch an Orumon to throw it under the Alphamon for free, getting that, or you can cheaper. That's the normal go-to. So really solid card here. And the D-Digivolve is probably one of the best, if not the best, form of removal this format, with all the protections running around. Then we have Oyukin, the man himself. Um, you know, uh, Deck really wouldn't work without it. Wouldn't have this massive DP to get over all your opponent's security, almost worry free, not necessarily, but almost. And the deletion, the trashing the sort or bod decking the sources to not deck yourself out, stack the bottom of your deck, which you most often can get to, um, as well as that removal for your opponent's highest play cost. Congo, new card, really good. Prevents anything play cost 7 or less from attacking players and not allowing your opponent to recover. Also, good ruling to note, if you're playing this deck, particularly against a Setcon player, this is kind of an added form of protection, as this prevents Chaos Degrade from working. It will just fizzle the spell entirely because it would be adding a card to your security stack, and your opponent's effects cannot add cards to a security stack. So, good little tidbit there. A couple black memory boost, X antibody, the new option. This deck really just playing it as a one of. In the very few games I have personally with the deck, a lot of times I'll discard it. Sometimes I'll just use it to skip from Alphamon to Oryukin mid combat, so I can get that DP boost. Really solid. 3 Coda, 3 Yuji, 4 Cool Boy, new Tamer. If you digivolve to a Digimon, same level Digimon with X antibody and its traits, you get to suspend it to gain 1, draw 1. So an obscene amount of draw power in this deck. Um, but it does still break. It is an OTK deck. That is kind of the name of the format, is if they have it, they have it. And if they don't, can they dig for it fast enough? So, X antibody here. Second place, after the final match, we ended up with Imperial. Pretty standard looking list. Nothing too new to talk about here. Move right along to third place. We had Yellow Reaper. Um, the yellow really just coming from the Starmons, but it's really good removal for them. Only other new card in the deck, X Antibody. Mother does not care. Cards like Gatekeeper and Mother don't care what the source is. They just require a source. So having, two, three of these, you can only put one under it, but it will let you speed up your plays tremendously. Like, we saw a couple games where um, Reaper player went from four sources, play a bubble, or started with three, absorbed a searcher, played a bubbles, absorbed another one, got up to four, X antibody, then all of a sudden the next turn it's lethal, or you know it just accelerates them because it works for the sources for Gatekeeper as well as the reduced play cost. Um, So really solid there. And the other big addition being Dexmon. This card is absolutely crazy good. Um, can take some situational awareness, but the card gets reduced in play cost so fast, especially like if you're playing against Alphamon where they are just slamming one of these what 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 tamers they have. They're playing rookies to search. Trashing sources with the Oryukin. If they miss trash, you can just play a Dexmon, Digivolve it, and get rid of it that way. As well as the delete end of opponent's turn, deleting all of their Digimon at the lowest play cost. Card is really great. It's a staple. You will see it a lot going forward. So that's Reaper. We've all seen this. Then fourth place actually sneaking in there was a Gabubond list. Just Gabubond hybrid, nothing pretty new. Playing the one of Dexmon, new addition in the Matt and Sora to help them splash Delicate plan. So really free there without losing, a tamer for these hybrids. The now Miser's Tommy. um, but yeah, pretty standard deck there. But that was our top four guys. So pretty short video. Hopefully we'll see some of these new decks coming through, topping, and we'll be able to go over those with you as we get to them. But for now, that is all. We'll see you all next time.